Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back. Today we are going to be drawing a map of North Carolina. Now, this is part of an ongoing series where we draw the US state maps, and I believe we're coming up to about 20. So if you go on to enjoy this video, then please go down below to the description and there should be a linked playlist which will take you to all of the other ones we've done so far. A couple of things before we get going. Please drop a comment down below if you enjoy the video, if you're from North Carolina, if you've been to North Carolina, if you live in North Carolina. Please drop me a comment down below. I read them all and I respond to them all usually as well. So I'd love to get your thoughts down below of the map and of the state as a whole as well. And also, if you enjoy the video, then please consider dropping a like and also subscribing if you are not already. It really helps me out a lot. Just lets me know that I'm on the right track. So thank you very much in advance. If you are a subscriber, then stick around to the end, and I'm going to talk about something to do with a community post that I put up yesterday. So stick around to the end if you are interested. Okay, so enough yabbering, as it were. I don't think I've ever used that word in my life. There we go. So let's get drawing, shall we? Where am I going to start? I'm going to start over here, I think, so I don't have to reach around for too long. So, some eagle-eyed subscribers, fans of the channel, may have noticed that I put up a community post where the answer to the question, the quiz, was North Carolina. So that was a bit of a hint as to the fact that we were drawing it today. You have to forgive me, I usually go a bit quiet while I focus. So this is a weird one, much like Washington, when we drew Washington, where the border is not necessarily where the land is, because we're on the coast on this side here. So the border is out into the ocean. So I'm going to draw the border as is, and then I'm just going to fill in what is water. You'll get the idea. So I'm going to use all the page here. And I'm going to come over here again now because I want to join them up. So this is one of those squiggly borders. yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I probably could have done it more in the middle of the page, but you keep that to yourself. Okay, so I think it's best to do the water next. Whoops. If I can pick something up. Okay. So that's to the end of there. So from the bottom of here. This is actually probably the most complicated part of the map. So this is all water. So as I mentioned, the border is here. The actual recognised border of the state is there. But the water comes in to these points here. This is by far the most difficult part of the map. Yeah, how am I going to do this? So it needs to... I've got no pencil, lead left. I need a sharpener, but I can't find it. So that's going to have to be the next business expense. Wiggles up there. That can become a line. And then this is like multiple little jagged bits like this. Sort of in that shape-ish. Yeah, okay. It's not, it's not perfect, but it's, well, I'm not going to lie to you and say as good as you're going to get, but certainly as good as you're going to get from me. If you've been around this channel for any amount of time, you will know that I am no artist by any means. So this is all Atlantic Ocean, as I will draw in a second. So, yeah, roughly the water comes inland in this shape. It's one of those where there's so many jagged edges on the coast. So, you just have to use your imagination and make do. Yeah, I mean, as it goes, I'm pretty happy with that, so. This, before I forget, is... it's not the Pamplico, it's the Pamlico. Hounslow Bay. And then that's called Long Bay. And then, of course, that's the Atlantic Ocean. I'm just going to draw it as a straight line down from this point here. True to form, we spend most of the map drawing video shading in the ocean. Yeah. This is going to be a lot of shading, actually. So, a couple of things I wanted to say about North Carolina is, number one, I didn't actually appreciate how many people live here. It's not a particularly massive state by any means. However, it's, I think, the 7th or 8th most populous US state in the whole country, which is crazy. Now, I've done, as I mentioned before, around 20 of these, I think now, and certainly at the beginning I was doing states that I personally knew more about, and therefore I suppose I just sort of thought in my head that they had more people living there because they were more well known. But no, it's North Carolina is, I think, potentially because it shares the Carolina name with South Carolina. I think it's easy to think of it as there's less people there, but that's not the case. Okay, thank God for that. It's over. Okay, so that is the ocean and the outline. Let me just Wilmington. Okay, yeah. Just figuring out which cities I'm drawing. So, as always, we'll start with the state capital. It's up, I would say, about here. And I'm going to use this very fancy golden pen that I'm actually not sure if it works. Let me hang on. It does. Result. I found this yesterday. Oh, it writes a bit strange, actually. So this is the state capital. I want to say Rayleigh because I watch One Piece and there's a character called Rayleigh who's spelled almost identical to this, but I guess it could be Raleigh or Rayleigh. If I was to guess what I think is most plausible based on how many state maps I've drawn, I would say Raleigh, but I think it could be Rayleigh. Yes, that is the state capital. Just to the northwest, nearby, really close by actually, is another one of those place names that has been brought over from the UK, and this is, now in the UK we pronounce it Durham, but I guess in the US it could be like Durham, or something along those lines. I think in the US, it tends to be more phonetically pronounced, which I guess makes more sense if you think about it. Like in the UK, there's a lot of place names that like are not said the way they're spelled. So the one example of that is Worcester is like spelled Worcester, but it's said Worcester. I don't know why. And places like Gloucester. So yeah, I'm gonna say, because I'm so used to it, I'm gonna say Durham. But please feel free to correct me, as I'm sure I'm wrong, in the comments below. Okay, so tiny bit further west and slightly north. Is Greensboro, and then a tiny bit further west still is Winston-Salem, which is a very unique name. Winston-Salem, and then I've saved the biggest for last. Again, carrying on the theme of the largest city not being the state capital. Charlotte, which is the city that I had heard of personally from North Carolina. And I will add also, as I like a bit of variation, Wilmington. Yeah, I believe it's one of the top sort of 7 or 8 biggest cities. We have a mountain, but I don't have its height, sadly. But it's up here, and it is Mount Mitchell. How am I going to do this? So up here, I hope you can see that. Yes, you can. That's great. Okay, so up there is what's known as the Great Smoky Mountains, and then up there, the area, I guess the more general area, is known as Blue Ridge, or the Blue Ridge, I guess, maybe, I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, so, before I do some facts, this is an idea I wanted to do. I'm going to read out some smaller place names because we have on here Rayleigh, Charlotte, Durham, Greensboro, Winston-Salem and Wilmington. But I'm very aware of the fact that I've had a lot of comments from people saying, oh, I'm from this state but I'm from such and such a place, and you didn't write it on. So I'm not going to write them all on, but I will say them. So yeah, buckle in. Other cities and towns in North Carolina. So drop a comment if you are from Albemarle, Asheboro, Asheville, Atlantic, Boone, Burlington, Chapel Hill, Clinton, Concord, Dunn, Edenton, Elizabeth City, Forest City, Franklin, Gastonia, Goldsboro, Greenville, Henderson, Hendersonville, Hickory, Jacksonville, which I believe is the same name as the capital of Florida, right? Kannapolis, Kinston, Laurinburg, Lenoir, Lexington, Lumberton, Manteo, Monroe, Morehead City, Mount Airy, Murphy, Nags Head, Newbern, Oxford, Reedsville, Roanoke Rapids, Rockingham, Rocky Mount, Roxborough, Salisbury or Salisbury, Sanford, Shelby, Smithville, Southern Pines, Statesville, Tarboro, Washington, Waynesville, Whiteville, Williamston, and finally Wilson. So if I said where you live, then you have to drop a comment. It's the rules, you just have to. So yeah, as I mentioned, the largest city is Charlotte. As of 2018, it had 872,000 people. And then next is Rayleigh, and then Greensboro, and then Durham, not too far behind. So yeah, as I mentioned, North Carolina has a large population. As of 2019, the population was 10.5 million people, which is a lot, and it's a lot considering that Charlotte, being the biggest city, only has 872,000, so less than 10% of the population live in the biggest city, which I think is uncommon. So it must have quite a good spread of population. Yeah, I'm actually gonna write the name. Do you say H or H? I say H personally. Just another thing for you to drop in a comment. North Carolina. There we are. Okay, a couple of other interesting things about North Carolina. So up here, as we have denoted, the Great Smoky Mountains, shared with Tennessee, which I forgot to do that. The other states around, I will do that in a minute. So Tennessee is up here, shared with Tennessee. The Great Smoky Mountains National Park is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So yeah, apparently it has flora and fauna that have survived the Pleistocene glaciations. So that's like, I guess, flowers and fauna that have been here since around when the dinosaurs were here. That's pretty cool. And the main entrance to the park is in Cherokee, North Carolina. Yeah, I will actually do that now, as in the other states. So I need to spell this right. E-double-S-double-E. Above it here is, spelled it wrong nearly, Virginia, but not the country roads variation, just normal Virginia. Technically, she has a small border here with Georgia, and then as can be inferred, it shares a border with South Carolina, which is a bit smaller than North Carolina. North Carolina is not massive, but it is bigger than South Carolina, and I think it is far more populous as well. So yeah, well, there we have it. I'm pretty happy with that. We got some cities, we did some water, we've done some mountains, some facts, we've shouted out some small towns. So yeah, I'm going to end that one there. As I alluded to at the start of the video, for my subscribers, I posted a community post yesterday, basically detailing a kind of like a roadmap, state of play kind of thing for the channel. So I would like you to go over there and check it out and let me know what you think. Just give me a bit of feedback basically on what I've written. It would really help me out. That's kind of the working plan for the moment, but things could change if you guys don't think that that's a good enough plan or whatever. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, apart from that, I don't think we have much else to say. I really hope this has relaxed you. As I said, leave a comment down below if it has, and anything about North Carolina. I'd love you to drop me a comment and let me know. But yeah, with that, thank you ever so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Drop a comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, guys.